is going to be close. This is going to be close.
They're going to have to bring the chains out onto the field for that one.
I don't know. One linesman is signaling first down. The other one is not. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah. Now they finally moved the chains. So they needed 5. They got 5 and 1/4. But he was forced out of bounds. So 2:22 to go here. 1st and 10 for the Apaches. The snap is high. Goes over the quarterback's head, and he falls on it. Smart decision by the quarterback. Instead of trying to pick it up there, he was in a foot race with one of the Mustang defensive linemen. Actually, that might have been Turan. It might have been a safety blitz again, and that might have led to the high snap. I don't know. Hold on one second. Let me see. No. But yeah, oh man, there was a high snap over the quarterback's head, and all of a sudden it was a foot race between him and one of the Mustang defenders, and smartly, wisely, he just fell on it. Ball spotted at the 15-yard line. Wow, 17-yard loss on that play. 2nd down and 27 from their own 15-yard line. 1:30 to go. Drops back, looks for a receiver in the middle, and it's incomplete. Yeah, actually, you know what? It looks like Elijah Parker is playing one of the safety roles right now. Turan actually looks like he might be playing linebacker. Let's see here. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Okay, yeah. I guess you could call it a nickel defense that the Mustangs are in, because the Apaches do line up usually with 3 receivers and sometimes even 4. So the Mustangs, of course, countering with 5 defensive backs of their own. But you know what? These Mustang linebackers are pretty speedy themselves. You know, they can get from sideline to sideline pretty quickly. So you can call them DBs. On 3rd and 27, the Mustangs blitz. Ball is snapped. QB rolls to his left, looks for a receiver, doesn't find anybody, and just throws it out of bounds. 4th and 27. 1:21 to go here. So I think that's plenty of time, especially if the punt return team here can get a good return. I'd say move up 5 yards. I think they're giving these guys they're giving this punter too much credit. Those guys need to move up 5 more yards, man. Oh, okay, there you go. All right. All right. So on 4th and 27, they punt it. It's a line drive to Zion McDonald. Ooh, nice return. Finds some good blocking on that right side, on the far side of the field. That was nice. And taken down on a horse collar tackle. So he fielded the ball at about the 43-yard line, 43, 44-yard line. Let's see, it was at the 15, so that was about a 27, 28-yard punt. And Zion was able to find daylight on the far side of the field. He went from the near side, he caught it on the near hash mark, and went towards the far sideline, was able to find some daylight over there, finally chased down at about the 12-yard line, 11-yard line, and then after the horse collar tackle penalty, half the distance, the ball spotted at the 5-yard line. So Mustangs have it there. Ball is snapped, I formation. Ball is handed off to Elijah Parker, and he's able to counter his way in for a Mustang touchdown, but we do have a flag on the field. 1 minute, 2 seconds to go. That was a nice punt return by McDonald. That's exactly what we were talking about. That there was just enough time on the clock that should the Mustangs get the ball in good field position, they'd have a chance to strike again. And that was a nice return by the young sophomore McDonald, wearing number 4 tonight. Let's see. On that 1st and goal from the 5-yard line, there was a hold against the Mustangs, so they move it back 10 yards. 1st and goal from the 15. 1:02 to go here in the second quarter. Valencia lines him up in the I formation again. This time he pitches it to the running back who goes left. Gets about 2 and not much more than that. Actually, 1. Gain of 1 by the running back there. Who was that? Was that Elijah? I think that was Elijah again. Yep. Number 5. So 33 seconds to go here. Oh, hold on. We got a flag. 30 seconds. So the clock was running there. Looks like we've got an offside against the defense. You know, there's a lot of young players on this Mustang team as I'm going through this roster right now. I mean, how many times have I said sophomore, sophomore, sophomore?
That'll move us forward just a few yards closer to the touchdown zone.
All right, so it was an offsides against the Apaches there. 30 seconds to go. They move the ball up to the 10-yard line, so 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line for the Mustangs with 30 seconds on the clock, leading 16-0, looking for more. 1 timeout remaining on the clock. 1 timeout for the Apaches, and the Apaches elect to use their last timeout. Apaches coaches want to talk about it. They want to talk about it here. Well, on the last possession for the Mustangs, they tried to go to the near far corner pylon, I guess, or near. Oh, what do you want to call that? Yeah, near side, deep end corner end zone pylon. Twice to senior Teran Williams, trying to get him a touchdown. That is the Arcadia Apache pep band from across the way. I don't know if you can hear that. But yeah, so they are, they're definitely weary of that. And Teran again is lined up over here on this side of the field, 1-on-1 with his defender. So let's see if Valencia elects to go to him. This time Valencia's lined up in the pistol. 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line. This time he goes to his right, looks for a receiver, and incomplete. Decent coverage there. I don't know. They could have thrown a flag, but you know what? These officials have been pretty consistent all night on letting the receivers and the defenders battle. I wouldn't say it was much of a battle, but the the defensive back didn't turn around for the ball. He was just, pretty much just shadow covering the man. But ball falls incomplete. 24 seconds to go. 3rd and goal from the 10-yard line. Valencia again lines up in the pistol. Running back behind him. Ooh, that looked like an offside on the offense or on the defense, but no. Valencia finds a receiver in the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs! 16 seconds to go. Sorry, 16 seconds to go on the clock here. That was a nice route by the receiver on that far side. It was an up and then, stop. Up, stop, and come back. I guess you want to call it a comeback route. So it looks like the coaches have elected to keep the offense on the field with 16 seconds to go and go for 2 with a 22-0 lead. That was a nice route by the receiver on that far side. I couldn't really tell what the number was. But he went about 4 yards deep into the end zone, stopped, and then came back towards the pylon. Valencia found him wide open as he rolled over there. This time he tries to go to his right or to the left on the 2-point conversion, and it's good! Teran Williams with a nice catch. There it is. Same play that they tried to run the last the last possession. Those last 2 plays finally make good on it. Teran makes the catch in the end zone for a touchdown. Nice for that senior. Hugs all around. But you know what? That was just a quick hug for these guys. Looking like they know how to do it. Looking like they've been there before, and this ain't nothing. These Mustangs are putting on a show here in the first half, leading 24-0. 16.5 seconds on the clock. The Apaches shell shocked right now. Mighty Mustang Band preparing for their halftime show at the end zone, horsing around as only they can do. Got to give it up for senior Hartwell Pollard. All right, 16 seconds to go, kickoff, fielded at the 25-yard line, and met at the 25-yard line. Nice job, kickoff coverage. The kick was high enough that the kickoff coverage was able to get there, fielded at the 25-yard line, and as the return man tried to go forward with it, he didn't go far. Met by a wall of Mustangs there. It was like a stampede running through. Kind of like when you see him running free in the Nevada desert. Wild Mustangs.
That was a moment. Yeah. In, oh gosh, what was that? Walker Lake, Nevada?
Yeah, Walker Lake, Nevada. Yep. And on that note, the Apaches decided to take a knee and let the clock run out to end the first half. And at the end of the first half, the Mustangs ahead by a score of 24-0 over the Arcadia Apaches. So that was a really good first half for the Mustangs there. Special teams, offense, defense. All right, we got the Mustangs, Mighty Mustang Band taking the field right now, led by the drum line out there.
We'll get you the halftime show from the Mighty Mustang Band in just a moment.
Mustang drum line now getting the rest of the band in formation, and now we've got the drum majors, senior Joseph Scales and senior Emmeline Clordy, and as well as assistant drum major junior, right? Yeah, junior Leilani Martinez. Or, I'm sorry, Brianna Martinez, daughter of Leilani Martinez.
Under the direction of Karen Clages and Coach Dwight Garcia.
The Mighty Mustang Band under the instruction of Professor Karen Clages, as well as assistants Dwight Garcia and Samuel Estrada.
Everybody by the Backstreet Boys and Circle of Life. Closing the show is Everybody Dance Now. Let's all get our dance groove on while we enjoy halftime with the John Muir Mighty Mustang Band. Make some noise for the John Muir Mighty Mustang Band.
All right, the Mustang Band playing a little bit of Everybody by the Backstreet Boys, I believe. Because Backstreet's back tonight. So there's a few seniors on this Mighty Mustang Band, as I mentioned earlier. Both drum majors who right now are showing off their stuff, strutting out there and dancing, looking good in those fancy white uniforms. Senior Emmeline Clardy with her solo now passes the torch off to senior Joseph Scales for his little dance solo. Beautiful job, drum majors. And as far as the musicians are concerned, we've got a few seniors out there, as I mentioned. Let's see. Already mentioned Hartwell Pollard of the low brass section this year playing the sousaphone. and doing a rocking job at it, actually. The way he rocks that sousaphone back and forth, front and back during the horse is quite a sight to see. So after that Backstreet Boys number, they are now playing a song made famous by the movie Lion King. This is the Circle of Life. And as they perform the Circle of Life, they march in a circle themselves. I have to say, they do sound really good right now. Got to give it up for this Mighty Mustang Band and all the hard work that they put into their halftime shows. All right. Good job, Mighty Mustang Band. Circle of Life indeed.
Mighty Mustang Band and Color Gold.
And now, I don't know if you guys have your dancing shoes on, but I think they want everybody to dance now. So this is, of course, CNC Music Factory's. I believe the song is actually called "Gonna Make You Sweat," but everybody calls it "Everybody Dance Now" because that's the famous riff or chorus from the song that was made famous by the credits of classic movie Evan Almighty and Steve Carell himself, famous Canadian funny man. Or actually, no, he's not. He's actually American, I believe, if I remember correctly, right? Because he played hockey in Boston growing up. Not only is he funny, but he's quite an athlete himself. And during this performance, actually, the Mustang drumline taking center stage right in the front, and the band showing their dance moves. This is actually a very entertaining performance. Hats off to these musicians showing off their dance moves, putting their instruments down for a good 47 seconds there.
Make some noise for the John Muir Mightiest Mustang Band and Color Gold.
Way to go, Mighty Mustang Band. So that was a pretty awesome halftime show there.
Mighty Mustang Band and
Way to go there, Mighty Mustang Band. That was a very entertaining halftime show. Good musicianship, good choreography.
Coming up next, folks, Dance Team.
And right now, we got just enough time for the Mystics dance team to go out there and perform their dance themselves. The choreography of the the Mystics dance team is quite animated. They're definitely having fun out there on senior night. So it looks like the Apaches punter is out there warming up a little bit early, getting some extra kicks in.
And actually, a fun fact for everybody out there about the Mirror Mystics dance team. They actually started up, or at least started showing up to football games with choreographies last year, and
Yes, they did.
it's incredible to see how they've grown. They've got more members this year. They had, I think it was 4 or 6 members last year. Now
They've got 8, it looks like, this year. 1, 2,
Now
3,
they've
4,
got
5,
8.
6, 7, 8, 9. 9. 9, I'm sorry.
9.
Yep, there's 9 members of this Mystics dance team, and they always put on a great show and performance during the football games. Great job, ladies. So that was an entertaining halftime show right there. Both the Mighty Mustang Band and the Mystics dance team entertaining the crowd over here. Nice sized crowd in Pasadena, California, from the grounds of John Muir High School. Good old, what was it again? 1901? Is it 1901?
I think it was 1905 or 1906, if memory serves me right.
Good old. Yeah, because I think 1901. I think 1901 is Loyola, if I remember correctly.
All right, how many minutes do we have there until the third quarter?
We got about 2.5 minutes here.
All right.
according to the
Here's
clock.
a brief look at some of the out of town scores. Unfortunately, I cannot provide a score for the Burbank Pasadena game because again the same stuff happens. Just if you're going to score the game on Max Preps, please be legitimate about it. Do not
Absolutely.
give one team 79 points.
Absolutely. Well, let me
Just
see if I
please
can
be
find anything.
legitimate about it. But anyways, with the scores that we do have, first quarter, Lucerna El Rancho, 14-7 Lucerna. A game in progress. This one draws my attention just because of the field that they play on. Trona High School, out in the middle of the desert, hosting Lighthouse Christian. That one's in progress. The Trona football field is actually dirt because once again they're out in the middle of the desert where there's a lot of just minerals. That's just a fun fact out there for everyone. We got some close games. Bloomington, Notre Dame, Sherman Oaks, I believe that is, tied at 21. Which Notre Dame is this actually? Riverside, Notre Dame Riverside. My mistake. Tied at 21 with Bloomington. And at halftime in Valencia, California, West Ranch has a touchdown lead on Castaic, 28-21. Let's just to look at some of the out-of-town scores for the CIF Southern section. Once again, our game coming up on the third quarter. Mirror Mustang told the 24-0 lead on the Arcadia Apaches. The Apaches will be receiving to start the third quarter.
All right, and the time ticks off the clock. Both teams are on the field over here doing their stretches. The officials are still over on the near sideline. It looks like head officials signaling to the score clock to add 3 minutes on the board to let the kids get a little bit more time in there to finish warming up. Looks like, let's see. I can't find anything online about the current score between the Bulldogs and the Bulldogs.
Bulldog violence over in the over in Burbank.
Seriously, we've got a dogfight going on over in Burbank right now. I don't know how that's legal. The Bulldogs and the Bulldogs going at each other. Both teams struggling this year. Let's not mince words.
Burbank 2-6, Pasadena 0-8 on the year.
2-6 versus 0-8 on the year. And the Pasadena Bulldogs haven't scored very much on offense this year.
No, they haven't. They've really struggled this year.
They have. They do have a whole new coaching staff.
It's very interesting, especially after the season they had last year with now Houston third string quarterback Indiana Wajay.
Yep. They had a lot of talent on that team last year. And,
but it could be argued that they were like upperclassmen heavy last year.
True.
Most of their players were seniors last year.
That is very true.
And sometimes when you just don't have the depth in terms of like getting your underclassmen reps, then that's when things go downhill. And it seems like that's what's happened to the Bulldogs this year. Pasadena Bulldogs, not Burbank.
That's a good point. Yep.
But how
Very good
interesting is
point.
that? You have a league in 2 schools in which their mascots are bulldogs. Luckily, their colors are different. Burbank is blue, Pasadena is red, so that's a difference. But still interesting to have 2 teams in the same league in terms of high school sports have their mascot as the bulldog.
So it looks like, am I seeing this correctly? The Los Angeles Kings defeated the Minnesota Wild at Minnesota by a score of 7-3.
Touchdown against the field goal. Hold on, let me look at that. And then, of course, you have the game of the night tonight between Chicago and Colorado.
Ah, yes, of course.
Colorado up 2-0 in that game. Yeah, 7-3 Kings over the Wild.
Well, great job by the Los Angeles Kings there. And then, let's see here, just before we kick off over here, on another interesting note, we are big proponents of equality in sports, all sports, especially, women's sports, and trying to get equality for some of the women's programs that we support. Um, we had some really big news yesterday. Fellow countryman of mine, Bianca Bustamante, young 18-year-old up-and-coming race car driver, was officially signed by McLaren Racing as their first female driver for their Formula One Academy development, which is
Yeah,
really
for
exciting
the
news.
development team.
Absolutely. Well,
I was
of
looking
course,
more
hold on
at that.
1 second. As I mentioned that, the
Go for it.
Mustangs, as I was talking about that, the Mustangs did kick off. It was a fairly deep kick, fielded at the 15-yard line and returned about 4 yards and tackled at the 19-yard line, where the Apaches will start their first possession of the second half from their own 19-yard line, 1st and 10. All right, finish your thought, please, Bryce.
Yeah, one thing about Bianca Bustamante was I was reading something on the socials about it, and she was excited because that one of her dreams was potentially racing F1,
Oh!
actually IndyCar.
Touchdown! Oh, man, on 1st and 10, safety Teran Williams reads the quarterback who tries a quick slant on the outside. Teran jumps the route, pick 6 for a Mustang touchdown. Wow. Quick strike offense, quick strike defense, quick strike on special teams. I mean, the Mustangs are firing on all cylinders tonight, getting ready for the playoffs. 11:47 to go on the first offensive play for the Apaches. 13 seconds into the third quarter, Teran Williams reads the offense, picks the ball off, and goes untouched into the end zone. 19 yards for a touchdown. On the extra point, the kick is up and squeaks over that crossbar just good. 31-0, the Mustangs lead. Great timing on the cymbals over here on the Shadow Horse on that touchdown. There we go. Traditionally during the third period, the Mustang band takes a little bit of a refreshment break, of course, after their halftime show. Some of these kids get parched or famished while they're out there performing. Not only did they perform all of the first and second quarter, but they just did a halftime show on the field for 10 minutes, marching and playing. So I really commend these kids who went back to their spots with their snacks and are playing the horse after that touchdown. It's only about 40 to 50% of the 40 to 50% of the band, but kudos to these kids. right. During the horse, the Mustang kickoff team kicked off, and the returner for the Apaches let it bounce into the end zone and roll into the end zone for a touchback. So, Apaches with their second possession in the second half from their own 20-yard line. I have a feeling they're going to hand the ball off on this first down, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. After that great read by safety Teran Williams. Snap is a little bit high, and quarterback has to jump up for it, scrambles to his right, and forced out of bounds for a loss. You know, this Mustang defensive line, they're as soon as the snap is as soon as the ball snapped, they're across that line of scrimmage and forcing the Apache offensive line back a yard or two. And the quarterback doesn't have much time back there to do anything. He's been doing a lot of scrambling, whether it's to his left or to his right. Sometimes it's successful, sometimes it's not. This time he lost yards. Lost 5 on that. 2nd down and 15 from his own 15. This time he goes deep. Oh, finds a man open. And finally tackled on the Mustang side of the 50-yard line. Big play there. The ball was at their own 15, 2nd and 15. And he was finally forced out of bounds at the Mustang 45-yard line. So 40 yards on that big completion. It was a up and out route, or, up and corner. There's a very nicely run route by the receiver and nicely timed by the quarterback. Got rid of the ball before he got hit. He drops back, this time able to avoid the sack, avoid the pressure, runs for 1st down and more. And finally brought down at the 24-yard line. Ooh, we've got a man down. We've got an Apache down, it looks like. Looks like big number 8, the tight end for the Apaches. That's who the quarterback was following on the lead block. He originally dropped back to look for a pass, but big Cole Cogshell was on him right away. Was able to avoid the pressure from Cole and find an opening on the left side of the offense. He followed his tight end, and instead of making the pass, followed the tight end who led him for a 1st down and then some. And somewhere along the way during the tackle, the tight end got hurt, unfortunately. So he's down on the ground right now. The ball is spotted on the Mustangs' 24-yard line. So gain of 21 on that QB scramble. That's number 7, the quarterback for the Arcadia Apaches. He's pretty much played all game. I don't think I've seen another quarterback behind center tonight. It looked like he was grabbing his ankle, maybe a knee. The player
Once again, the Apaches quarterback is junior Keon Mills, and then the downed Apache is number 8, Owen Rosenblatt for Arcadia.
Well, Rosenblatt looked like he was grabbing a knee or an ankle.
And we do have an out-of-town score update from the dogfight in Burbank. Burbank is up at the half, 20-0.
Special thanks to our statistician, Angela Child, the love of my life and the mother of my child.
Make some noise for that Apache. Take your time. So we'll do it out there. Take it easy.
As Bryce and I do our broadcast, Bryce not only does the broadcast, also does stats himself and keeps track of all of this. And if there's something that he or I cannot find that task falls to our backup statistician, and so we want to give a shout out to Angela Child for that one. First time, or I'm sorry, long time listener, first time caller. So 10:59 to go here. Big number 8, Rosenblatt for the Apaches, able to uh, finally get off the field with a little help from a couple of teammates. It did look like he was favoring his ankle a little bit there. All right, so 1st and 10 for the Apaches. They go deep into the end zone and pretty good coverage. The ball was a little bit overthrown, but pretty good coverage there by the Mustangs. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10. All right, 2nd down and 10 for the Apaches from from the Mustangs 24-yard line. After that incomplete pass to the front pylon in the end zone.
2nd down for the Apaches.
This time he tries to go left, has a receiver open, but throws it just out of bounds, just misses. That was the running back out of the backfield, number 3 for the Apaches, was able to beat his man. Had a little bit of separation there, had a little bit of daylight. Quarterback had him. If he had a better throw, if the throw was a little bit better, he threw the ball to the outside shoulder to the front pylon in the end zone and just missed. Just missed the receiver there. All right, 3rd and 10, ball 24. Apaches line up with 4 receivers. This time he tries to go to his right. Great coverage by the Mustangs. Either that ball was falling incomplete or that was getting picked off. There was not much of an opening. Not much of an opening there. $10:34 to go on that incompletion. That brings up a 4th and 10 for the Apaches. They keep the offense out there with the ball on the 24-yard line. It'd be about a 41-yard field goal. So they're going for it. 4th and 10. Heavy blitz from the Mustangs and forces the QB to throw early and incomplete. So turnover on downs. Great job by the Mustang defense there. After letting him get close, the Mustang defense buckled up, forced a turnover. All right, on 1st and 10, the Mustangs run it up the middle with Bozeman, gets 4 for the 1st down. 2nd down and 6. The ball is caught and taken down where the ball comes loose, but it was the ground that caused the fumble. So that was 2nd down and 6, and they get 8 on that. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs from their own 37-yard line. On 1st and 10, Valencia hands the ball off. He tries to go to Bozeman, and he's met in the backfield by the Arcadia
We've
defense.
got a quick shout out. Shout out to Micah Craig from Dejanay. Happy anniversary. You kids are pretty young, but you know, love has to start somewhere. I
So
guess.
the
Shout out to
previous
Micah
first
Craig
down, the
from
catch
Dejanay.
was a big
Another
senior
shout out
tight
to
end,
Catherine Nah in Brad.
number 26, Jack Bowman.
Gave you a shout out.
Again,
Shout
on
out to
senior
Catherine
night,
Nah,
making
the
a
Pep
big
Squad.
catch there for a big
We love
first
you.
down.
Oh, you know I'm gonna shout out Ray Ray and Josh Martinez from the Mighty Mustang
So
Marching
previous
Band.
play, loss of 4
Shout
for
out
senior
to
Bozeman.
AM.
On 2nd and 14, this time they go for the jet sweep. Hand the ball off to Zion McDonald. There are flags, though. This is coming back. And McDonald the kid has speed. He's got burners.
Got a shout out to Ayana. Shout out to Ayana from UC. Ayana is amazing.
So it is a
That's
hold
what UC
against the
has to say
Mustang
about
offense.
a wonderful thing.
So move the ball back 10. Play it again. So unfortunately, I think a lot of these holdings happen when the ball carrier is already past the blocker. And when that happens, usually the defender that the blocker is engaged with, they try to break away and go the opposite direction. And unfortunately, the blocker doesn't let go in time, and that's where the hold occurs. So they move the ball back 10, 2nd down and 24. Valencia tries to go deep on that deep post.
Sorry,
No, no worries.
how do I do that? I'll do it next time.
We've got a shout out to Lou Celeste from her wonderful sister Abby. Her remarkable student. Shout out to you, Lou Celeste. You are amazing. Here we go. Mighty Mustangs looking. Ooh, held on to it. Let's go for it, Mustangs.
So on 3rd and 24, they elect to do a quick bubble screen to running back Christian Bozeman. Gets about 14 there. 12. Okay, 12. Gets about 12, gets to the 35-yard line, where he's finally forced out of bounds, setting up a 4th and 12.
Oh, flag, yeah.
Shout out to the one and only Karen Collages from the John Muir Mighty Mustang Band. One of the greatest Muir alumni to ever do it.
Roughing the kicker, Brad.
We've got another shout out. Shout out to Luz. I love you so much. XOXO from your besties, Joyce and Isabel. Shout out to you, Luz Celeste. You're amazing. You've got a lot of love. You got a lot of love, and you deserve it.
So I'm sorry about that. I got distracted for a second. Okay, 7:44 to go. The Mustangs were forced to punt on that 4th and 10. On the return, it looked like there was a flag, possible block in the back or a hold against the return team, the Apaches. So they take over from their own 25-yard line, 1st and 10, with 7:44 to go here. Mustangs lead by a score of 31-0. 7:44 to go in the third, and again the Apaches with the ball after the Mustangs have just punt. The Apaches looked like they were a little bit confused out there, so they take a timeout. That should be their first timeout of the second half. So 2 remaining. Mustangs still with their allotted 3.
We've got a shout out in a moment.
All right. Another timeout. Mustang drumline entertaining us over here with a little bit of
Beautiful job. We've got
little bit of some beats.
Shout out to Lucy.
Woo!
Shout out to Lucy from Naomi. You are appreciated, Lucy. Apache's looking, going away. Oh! Intercepted!
All right. And on 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line, they try to go deep again on that deep corner route, and safety Elijah Parker not fooled. Second interception of the game. Picks the ball off at the Mustangs 49-yard line. I don't know what the quarterback saw there. There was double coverage, and Elijah Parker was not fooled. Read the quarterback's eyes all the way. He's seen that deep post route a couple times tonight.
Here we go. First down for the Mighty Mustangs after the interception. Beautiful work.
And after the interception, Valencia lines him up 1st and 10. He lines up under center, I formation behind him, pitches the ball off to Bozeman, tries to go left, doesn't have much. Stop the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Second down for the Mighty Mustangs. Another handoff.
All right, second down and 10. This time he hands the ball off to Elijah Parker, who's lined up in that halfback position. Parker gets 10 and a little bit more. 13 yards on that carry for a Mustang first down. Finally brought down at the Apaches' 38-yard line. Gain of 13 on that run. Just a simple run up the middle. Lined up in an I formation. Follow the lead block by your fullback. And that's not a traditional fullback back there, lined up in the backfield in front of him and behind Valencia. So Valencia's lining up under center, 3 yards behind him. He's got a fullback, and then 3 yards behind him, he's got the halfback, which is either Elijah Parker or Christian Bozeman. This time it's Elijah Parker. Breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, able to cut to his right, gains a few more yards, first down and then some.
first down. Or close enough
Finally taken out at the 20-yard line. So 18 yards on that carry by Elijah Parker. But yeah, that is not a traditional fullback that's lined up back there. We've got basically another offensive lineman back there. It's the blocker there is wearing one of the 50s numbers, so you know he's not going to carry the ball. He's just there to be an extra blocker and have a little bit of extra weight behind him and already be moving by the time he gets to the line of scrimmage. So this is some old school classic smash mouth football by the Mustangs. This time they try to go right, and he's met at the line of scrimmage and forced back, tackled for a loss of 2. Elijah Parker getting the breather, and that was senior Christian Bozeman back in. What a tandem. What a 1-2 punch in this Mustang running game. Having the physicality and wits of senior Christian Bozeman. And then when he's not out there, you've got the speed and agility of sophomore Elijah Parker. Actually, they say he lost 3 on that one. So they spot the ball in the 23, second down and 13 for the Stangs. Valencia lines him up again behind the center. I formation. Bozeman makes a man miss at the line of scrimmage. Finally taken down just shy of the end zone. Oh, what a beautiful run. Christian Bozeman making it look easy. Stopped just short of the end zone. They moved it back a little bit now. It looks like they're at the 4-yard line. So big carry by Christian Bozeman, senior. First and goal from the 4-yard line for the Mustangs.
Let's go Mustangs. Move that ball.
Bozeman still back there behind Valencia in the I formation. Valencia hands it off to him.
Come on, ref. Touch.
And taken down, but he's able to punch the ball into the end zone for a Mustang touchdown. Christian Bozeman, 6 points. Mustangs, that's 37 now. 3:43 to go in the third quarter. Mustangs up by 37, by a score of 37-0.
Little short on the extra point, but the towards this point is so big. Great job, Mustangs.
Plenty of horsing around going on again. And again, big shout out to senior Hartwell Pollard for the energy, enthusiasm, and musicianship that he brings to every performance. Shout out to senior drummer Isaac Rishwain. Not only is he a member of the Mustang Band, also a key member of the Mustang baseball team. Looking forward to senior season from him. We also got, let's see, who else? Senior trumpet player, Sunshine Cruz. Sunshine? Wait, is that right, Cruz? What's Sunshine's last name?
Leva.
Leva. Yes, of course. Sunshine Leva. Or Isabel is her real name, right? If I remember correctly.
Isabella Leva, yeah.
Isabella, a.k.a. Sunshine Leva, who plays the trumpets for the Mighty Mustang Band. Also a senior. Oh, huge tackle. On the kickoff, the return man bobbled the ball, let it drop to the ground, picked it back up. And as he was looking down, picking it up, he got drilled. managed to maintain possession, but he's I think he thinks he's a Monrovia right now.
What happened with the PAT?
PAT was no good. It looked like the kicking team. The PAT has been pretty good, but every once in a while it's like a little bit short and is barely making it over the crossbar. And that last one I think was actually wide left because he was also hugging that left post. So I was busy being entertained by the Mustang band horsing around over here and giving shout outs to all the seniors that I could remember. So, of course, our two drum majors, both seniors, again, Emmeline Clardy and Joseph Scales. We've got in the drums over here, we got Isaac Rishwain. Let's see who else. We got in the trumpets, yep, Isabella Sunshine Leva. Of course, in the low brass section, we got Hartwell Pollard. Let's see, I'm sure I'm missing quite a few. Over in the color guard, I think Lucy's a senior this year, right? Lucy Schmidt, also a senior. Or no, she would be no, she'd be a junior. Okay, no. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think there are any seniors on the color guard this year. Oh, no. I take that back. I've got one right here next to me. I'm looking at one of the posters over here. Yes, we do. Marching band color guard, John Muir Mustangs. Ayana Jimenez, class of 2024. So senior over there for the color guard. Big shout out. Oh yeah, no, there's quite a few. There's actually, I see all the posters over here on the back row in the bleachers where I'm standing, and there's quite a few band members. So I'll have to take a look at this at the end of the game and do all shout outs.
In the Mighty Mustang Marching Band. And I love Audrey too. Shout out to Audrey! Eileen and Audrey, two of my favorite students. No lie, no cap, as the kids say. No cap.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Apaches. On 1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line.
Shout out to Ayana.
That's the quarterback number 7 tries to keep it. He's taken down right away for a loss of 1.
Shout out to Eli, Naomi, and Ayana. Once again, your friends and family love you. And Eli,
Oh no,
Naomi,
actually
we
loss
believe
of
it. So, Mr. Paul,
6. Oh my goodness. From the 19 to 13. Oh my goodness. So big sack there by the Mustang defensive line. 2nd down and 16. 3 minutes to go. Apaches with the ball, take the snap. They try to go quick to the outside to one of the receivers in the bunch formation over there on their sideline closest to the Apaches, and ball's caught at the line of scrimmage and taken down right away for no gain. Bringing up a 3rd down and 16, 2:30 to go. And since the Mustangs are up by more than 35 points, actually up by 37 right now, we do have a running clock going.
like the star you are, we all love you.
All right, quarterback number 7 drops back. Mustang defense all over him. Sacked. Met like bookends. It was big number 17. First to the scene.
Shout out to the Baritones! Shout out to the Baritones from Hartwell. You are amazing.
So first on the scene there was number 17 for the Mustangs.
Senior Breon Brunson for the Mustangs there, getting in on that action.
So on 4th and 25, the Apaches actually, it looked like they faked it and they got it. Mustangs weren't prepared for that on the fake.
A huge shout out to Lauren Gray. Shout out to Lauren Gray from Ash and Ella. Ash and Ella love you, Lauren Gray.
So they get the first down
Amazing.
and then some. Finally forced out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Ball was snapped to one of the up men.
Shout out to all the seniors from the parents. From the parents. Your parents love you, seniors. First down for the Apaches. Mustangs, let's put a stop to it. Don't let them score. Nice defense. Putting a stop to it. We're going to give that one to number 29, Beckett Pollard, putting a stop to that run. Nice job, Beckett.
And on first down from their own 36-yard line, the Apaches run up the middle, get the first down, and then some. They get into Mustang territory, taken down at the 48-yard line by number 29, Beckett Pollard. Nice play by Beckett. Good pursuit there. Didn't give up on the play after the running back was able to bust through the middle of the offensive line. On 1st and 10 from the Mustang 48-yard line. Running back gets the ball again, dances, makes one man miss, gets about 5, and he's taken down after a gain of 5. Ooh, we do have an injury to an offensive lineman. Looks like it's one of the offensive linemen for the Apaches. He was the lead blocker on the play, and the running back was following him, and it looked like the running back actually slammed into the back of him. But,
Monty Gamble, that's a shining senior. Shout out to you, number 22.
Can't tell the number on the player, unfortunately, but he was leading the way for the running back. Running back was following him closely, and when the Mustang defense met, he got kind of sandwiched between the Mustang defenders trying to make the tackle and the ball carrier. So hopefully it's nothing too serious. Hopefully it's okay. But the Apache training staff out there attending to the fallen player. 19.3 seconds on the clock here in the third quarter. The Mustangs leading 37-0. All right. After that quick game break, let's see what we got here. Still got the injured Apache down on the field, but it looks like they are.
We do have a major shout out. Shout out to Alexander Miller.
Woo!
Shout out to Alexander
Shout
Miller
out to
from
Alexander
Blake
Miller.
and Kevin. Alex Miller.
It's number 57 for the Apaches. Looks like he's favoring that right ankle or right leg.
57 is listed as 6'2" senior Henry Shee for the Apaches.
Well, he's definitely a big boy because it's taken 2 big boys to help him off the field.
Noise for number 57. He's our man. He's giving him a great big hand. Take it easy out there, big man.
19.3 to go here in the third quarter. Big man is being helped off the field over there on the far far side of the field. Although it looks like they stopped just before they got him off the field. Oh, there we go. Now they got him going again. I'm not sure what that stoppage was about. Probably to allow the offense a little bit more time to discuss what they were going to do here in this next possession. 2nd down and 5, clock running. So let's see if the Apaches elect to let the clock run out and just start the 4th quarter. We got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's the end of the 3rd. So the Apaches did elect to let the clock run out there. So let's get our 4s up and our forks up. Let's get ourselves ready for the 4th quarter. And on the out of town scoreboard, or from across town scoreboard, I guess.
Shout out Alexander Miller. I love you, son. Alexander Miller, shout out to you. I love you, son. You're the man, Alexander Miller. And then we've got a shout out to Nico. Shout out to Nico. Oh yeah, you got some homies that love you. Shouting you out. You deserve it.
So credit to My Burbank Sports for the out of town score update here. We've got a score of 20-0 from about 15-20 minutes ago. The Burbank Bulldogs lead the Pasadena Bulldogs. The Bulldogs lead the Bulldogs by a score of 20-0. Take your pick on which Bulldog leads what Bulldog. But I am very much not in favor of dogfighting, so I would be very pleased if those two teams decided to change their mascots, something not dog related. Maybe they can change their mascots to something Native American related. I don't know. No, I kid. Let's not do that. All right. On 1st and 10, the Apaches running back gets a carry for 5 yards. Forced out of bounds, although we do have a running clock because the Mustangs lead by more than 35 in the 4th quarter. So gain of 5 on that 1st down carry. 2nd down and 5. Ball spotted on the Mustang 43-yard line. On 2nd down and 5, carry goes for nowhere. Met in the backfield by, who was that by the Mustangs? I couldn't even tell. It was 2-3 guys. That's pretty awesome by the defense. Mustang defense is playing really well tonight. You know, early in the season, you know, when we were watching Arcadia. And let's see, on 2nd down and 5, Arcadia tries to go deep on that far sideline. Double coverage and overthrows it a little bit, incomplete.
10 minutes, about 10 minutes left in the big game.
I believe that was only 3rd down, right? Or was that 4th down? No, I guess that was 4th down.
Nice work, Mustang.
All right, I guess that was 4th down. Arcadia tried to go deep there on 4th and 5. I guess tried to catch the Mustangs off guard. But ball falls incomplete. And the Mustangs take over on offense. Ball up their own 42-yard line. Leading by a score of 37-0. The running clock drone above the field. Drop a little bit lower. That's Mustang Media on 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
Push it, Mustangs. Push it. They're not going to stop. They ain't going to stop.
On 1st and 10 for the Mustangs, Valencia hands the ball off to running back number 21, who goes wide to his left. And rather than running out of bounds, initiates contact with the defender, finally forced out of bounds. on the Apache side of the 50 for a first down and more. Actually, at the 39-yard line of the Apaches. So big run there. That was number 21, sophomore
Michael
running
Allen
back
for the
Michael
Mustangs.
Allen for the Mustangs. And let's see, now for the Stangs on 1st and 10 from their own 39. It looks like Valencia might be done for the night. It looks like we might have a backup QB in there. I'm seeing number 16, but I don't see that number on our roster. Backup quarterback, I do see a 14, Dexter Bryant, but I think 14 is out there. I thought 14 was out there playing. But yeah, 16 is playing quarterback right now. So Valencia's night is done after leading the Mustang offense to a 37-0 lead. Oh, snap is low. Oh, they didn't wrap him up. He should have just thrown the ball. Took another loss on that one. Wow. Okay, so that'll bring up 4th down, I think, right? So after the big run and getting the 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line, this should be 3rd down. A loss on 1st down and a loss on 2nd down, bringing up 3rd down. But the ball went all the way behind or back on the other side of the 50-yard line. It's spotted on the Mustangs 45. So 3rd and 24. Clock continues to run. 7:14 to go.
3rd down. Long way to go. Number 21. Let's see what we got. Come on, Mustangs.
So that's the handoff is to Michael Allen, senior. He does get the 1st down, but there's a flag on the field. This time the run was to the right side. It was 3rd and 24 from their own 45. Allen was able to get all the way up to the Apache about 40-yard line before the flag was finally thrown. That was a long distance flag from the back judge too. He was standing on the Mustang 40-yard line and he threw that all the way to the Apache 40-yard line. Nice 20-yard toss on the flag by the back judge. I have to give him a 9.7 on form, 9.8 on technique. Got a lot of air under that flag. So we'll replay 3rd down. It was from the spot of the foul, so it'll actually be 3rd and 22. Well, basically they put it back on the Mustang 4. Oh, no, it's on the Mustang 50-yard line. So 3rd and 19, I guess. All right, this time quarterback keeper. Waggles to the right. Finally forced out of bounds at the Apache sideline at about the 44-yard line. So didn't get much there. 4th down for the Mustangs. Let's see what the Mustangs select to do here. If they decide to keep the offense out there, get some experience for the kids out there, or if they elect to punt. Clock continues to run. 5:23 to go. 4th quarter. Looks like it is the Mustang punt team out there. And we do have a different punter out there than Teran Williams. So good to see this in a 37-0 game that everybody's getting a chance to play. Really good to see. Great job by the coaching staff over here. Although I'm a little bit worried we're going to get a delay of game penalty because they're taking a lot of time getting the substitutions in and out of there. Back judge doesn't seem to care. He's just letting him play. That's a nice kick, actually. Oh, hold on. That might be recovered by the Stangs. And it is. The kick was from the Mustangs 43-yard line? Or no, sorry, 45-yard line? It was fielded by the Apache return man at their 13-yard line, and as he was trying to catch it, it squirted out of his hands. Mustangs were on him right away, able to fall on the ball and make that recovery. So Mustangs maintain possession here. Ball spotted at their own, at the Apache's 14-yard line. 4:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Heads up play by the up man. I believe that might have even been the long snapper on the punt team who made that recovery. He was on the return man right away, and I believe the return man heard the footsteps as he was trying to make that catch. He didn't call for a fair catch, so he was fair game. And, just with that. Oh, and looks like we might have a timeout by the Mustangs. It took them a while to get that 11th man out there.
Just about 3 minutes left. Time winding down. It's not going to happen for the Apaches. It's a beautiful thing. As we Mustangs.
All right, there's a little bit of confusion getting the play out there, and the clock is still running. The officials haven't thrown a flag for delay of game. There hasn't been a signal for a timeout or anything, but, man, that must have been at least 2 minutes that went off the clock. About a minute and a half, because we're down to 2:30. Finally, Valencia gets the ball snapped and handed off to the running back, lined up in I formation behind him. Unfortunately, he slips after the handoff. Yeah. So, loss on that play. Lost about 3 yards on that, 4 yards on that play. So, I guess Valencia's night wasn't done. Since they're in the red zone, they put Valencia back in. But he does still have running back Michael Allen lined up behind him. Hands the ball off to him, goes to his right, follows the blocks, makes it into the end zone for a touchdown, but a flag. And another flag. We got a hold against the offense. So clock continues to run as the official signals for the clock to continue to run despite the penalty. So move the ball back 10. It was at the 13, 14-yard line, and now it's at about the 23. Minute 11 to go. Valencia gets the play. It's the lines them up. All right, we're under a minute. We're at about 52 seconds. Oh, sorry, 26 is Jack Bowman. Sorry, I said his name. Right. Yep. So senior Jack Bowman, tight end, made a good catch earlier for a Mustang first down. Back in there with a key block there. And looks like the Mustangs elect to let the clock run off. Yes, they do. They run one more play. And it's a quick run to running back Christian Bozeman, who goes down. And clock is running off, 18 seconds. And Mustangs are content. They're lining up at the 50-yard line, ready for the handshake. So we're going to have a final here shortly with 5 seconds to go on the clock. Mustangs are already making that trek. They're already halfway across the field, lined up for the handshakes. Great job, Mustangs. What a win. Mustangs win, score 37-0 from 1905, Lincoln Avenue. This horse brought to you by the Mighty Mustang Band, following a 37-0, very convincing victory over the Arcadia Apaches on all sides of the ball, offense, defense, special teams. I have to say, I'm a little bit surprised considering how Arcadia started the season and how we were, kind of predicting a couple of big matchups for the season. Mustang team, what a way to bounce back after that loss to Burroughs a couple of weeks ago. First in convincing fashion against the Burbank Bulldogs last week. Follow that up by a convincing shutout victory here against the talented Arcadia Apaches. And this Mustang team is not even complete, as we talked about early before the game started, about the injuries on these on the Mustang team. Missing a few key players. Senior number 3, Alexander Miller, wide receiver, and a key component of that Mustang passing game. Number 1, Isaiah Blades, also a senior, another key component of that Mustang passing game. But what a complete dominant victory by these Mustangs. And now we can look forward to next week, where we're going to have a feast during the turkey tussle. Are we going to have a Bulldog feast? Maybe. And speaking of the turkey tussle, one of the precursors to the turkey tussle would be the tuna tussle, which is a water polo match played between John Muir High School and Pasadena High School, which this year the John Muir Mustangs were victorious by a score of 17-2. Yikes. And if that's any indication to the upcoming turkey tussle, I'd hate to be a Bulldog fan right now. And once again, from 1905 Lincoln Avenue, final score, John Muir Mustangs 37, Arcadia Apaches 0. Mustangs out on the field celebrating right now, showing off their dance moves before they get to the huddle with the coaching staff. I like to see a little bit of celebration after an emotional game like that. I'm an emotional guy myself, so I don't mind some celebration from the athletes, especially when they do something good. But any final thoughts over there from downtown Phoenix, Bryce, before we sign out?
Well, final look at some of the out-of-town scores. After a big wallop from the Mustangs tonight, once again, dominant on all sides of the ball, offense, defense, special teams, you name it. They were there. They were there to show up. And so the Mustangs came second for the moment in the Pacific League Upper, unless Burroughs has a bit of a hiccup next week against Burbank. We'll see about that.
That's
because
funny.
anything
All right, man. We'll see you next week. I'll see you at the tussle. All right. Oh, that's funny.
Nothing quite big to report of on the out of town scores. It seems like everything's usual, or when I say usual, I mean like academic. West Ranch did pull it out on Castaic, fourth quarter, 56